Hey everybody, this is John Hawkins, lead designer at Big Huge Games, here to talk a little DomiNations combat. So when I first go into a battle, I like to look around and see where the strong points are and the weak points. I definitely want to avoid that Coliseum with the two readouts up at the top, along with the fort that's off screen now, but that's a pretty strong area to try to attack at first, so I'll go down here to the bottom. You'll notice I put down General Nobunaga first. Throwing down your generals is a great idea at first because they have a lot of hit points. I also put down my cannons because those are great at dealing damage. But in order to protect them, I threw down some samurai who are really good against the defenders that are coming from the forest, as well as pretty good at just taking down buildings. So now I'll let my cannons do a little bit more work, although here comes some horses. So what I did was I threw down some of my arquebusiers, which are good against the defender infantry, and I rallied my troops back over to this other point so they could all group together and hopefully keep the damage from the defenders off of my cannons. However, now you'll notice that enemy cannons started hitting my troops, dealing a lot of damage, so I used a sabotage war tactic in order to disable it for a while so that my troops could move up there and take it out. Usually when you're attacking a base, there's a few defenses that you really need to take care of right away, or at least keep your troops away from them. Cannons, redoubts, those things are going to destroy your army, especially if there's a lot of infantry. Ballista towers take out any cavalry units you have, so that's another thing to keep in mind. Not to say that you should just ignore the buildings that are spawning defender units, though, because at a certain point those can start to overwhelm your forces, so you definitely need to take care of those too. However, within all of that, there's also the other priorities. If you want to get a win, you're going to want at least 1 star, which you can get by taking out the town center or getting 50% damage. Ideally, you're doing that by the 2-minute mark so that you get the quick victory bonus star. That's not going to be always possible. This base was a little bit more difficult for my army, so I wasn't able to get that. There you go. You can see that readout's really eating up my army. Those are pretty nasty. They get introduced in Gunpowder Age, so definitely you'll want to have some way to deal with those. So also, another reason to come into a base is you want to steal the resources. So as long as you can assure the win, after that, if you don't think you're going to be able to take out the whole base, the next most important thing is just to make sure to get as many resources as possible, which I've managed to do in this particular battle. I don't think with the time remaining I'm going to be able to finish off the whole base. So now I can focus on other things, like if I destroy all the gold buildings, I'll get a little bonus gold at the end. If I destroy all the food buildings, I get a little bonus food. The one I really like to get usually is if I destroy all the defensive buildings, then any troops I have left alive by the end of the battle will come back to my base. Unfortunately, again, this base just ended up being a little too tough for my army, but that's okay. I still got the win, so there you go. Anyways, I hope you guys are all enjoying the game, and thanks again for listening to this video.